It's been quite an eventful week hearing some of those testimonies with regards to the disappearance of little Joshlin. Joshlin's mother seemingly still quite unemotional in court, but we saw on social media yesterday a bit of an emotional Joshlin's mother, Kelly, in that police van. What did you make of some of the proceedings that we witnessed this week?
Well, what I can say is that we are concluding the first week of the month-long trial into the disappearance of Joshlin Smith, who disappeared here in Saldanha Bay in Middle Post Informal Settlement just over a year ago. And as much as we are in the foot of the trial, or at the foot of the trial rather, investigators are saying that they are still following up on information, and the case continues, or rather the matter is still under investigation as they are still trying to locate the missing girl. And this afternoon we saw a conclusion of the witness testimony by Det.Sgt Meyer Milstein, of the Family Violence, Child Protection and Sexual Offences Unit in Vredenburg. And his two-day testimony covered quite the basis from the demeanor of the mother, including the fact that the accused at the time, he says, were persons of interest, had inconsistent stories, and just going to the demeanor of the mother, Kelly Smith, who is co-accused, her boyfriend, Joshlin Smith, including their friend, Stephen van Ryn, facing those charges of human trafficking. The detective sergeant highlighted to us that not once did the mother of Joshlin cry. And if you remember, Katlego, that this particular detective arrived at the home of Joshlin the day after she disappeared. And with that being said, having obtained the various statements, he also picked up that there was also inconsistencies in the statements that have been given, particularly by Joshlin Smith. He says at the time he had established from Rents, who was also inside the house the day Joshlin disappeared, that there was a third individual inside the house, and that is Stephen van Ryn, accused two rather. And he's saying that based on that it was a day after she had disappeared, and still the two accused one, Joshlin Smith, including the mother of the child, were unable to give him a consistent statement. But we heard from the defense of Kelly this afternoon that she was was taking medical treatment at the time and was taking antidepressants, but also went as far as saying that perhaps the reason why many are having speculations regarding her behavior, or her behavior at the time was under scrutiny, was that her family had advised her to remain calm so that she's able to communicate the relevant information with law enforcement agencies to ensure that her daughter is located. But with that being said, we also heard the broad search for Joshlin that did not just end in this community of Saldanha Bay, that at some point the detective is saying that they received a call and the person had demanded to speak to Kelly Smith. And in that phone call, that particular individual, the male, demanded that he not only mentioned that he had Joshlin, but also demanded a ransom of 250 Rand airtime. However, he's saying that he then roped in crime intelligence, who linked or located the number in Bloemfontein rather, and it was there established that it was another dead end. And even just in this small town, there were a number of places that were visited, and CCTV footage, hours of it, scanned through, and all of that yielded to no results. The search also expanded beyond the West Coast region. We understand that investigators also received information that Joshlin had been spotted more than 200 kilometers from here in Beaufort West, and they'd reached out to SAPS there and again yielded to no results. So we will be back on Monday when the trial resumes with a new set of witnesses.
All right, Nasiphi Same, thank you for giving us that update. As South Africans, of course, wait with bated breath in the hopes that a truth will emerge and, most importantly, that Joshlin will be found.